so what I'm going to do first of all is just to, drop us into our explorations today, which are going to explore the sovereignty goddess and the king within Irish and wider Celtic mythology as archetypes around healthy feminine and masculine qualities within society and culture, but within ourselves as well, because we have the capacity to live into these archetypes within our own being as well. And so I wanted to begin with a story, an invitation into the mythic imagination. And then I'll follow up the story, which is a fusion of myths from the Irish canon, a retelling that I will bring to life for you. After this, I'll share some slides just to pull us then from the imaginal into, well, what does this actually mean? How did this work in early Irish society? And how can this inform us today? So yeah, just from the outset, an invitation now to receive the story however you want to receive the story into your bodies. And so in the Irish tradition, the sacred union of the feminine and masculine, which can exist within us all, no matter how we identify, this is, this coming together is what ensures the well-being of the whole, right? So the well-being of the society, the well-being of the tribe. And if we look at it within us, the coming together of the healthy feminine and healthy masculine, the sovereignty goddess and the king, that symbolizes our return to wholeness, to soul as well. So let's talk a little bit about, well, who is Maeve and who is Cormac? And just to say, there are many sovereignty goddesses and kings in the Irish tradition. I'm just very drawn to these particular figures. And as I mentioned at the start, when I was kind of pulled, from the global justice work to redirect into the work that I'm doing now, it was Maeve coming to me in my dreams that caused that shift. I listen really closely to my dreams, and I so many synchronicities happened. Anyway, I digress.
Yes. Wow. And was that in a time when you was not so healthy? Did you say that?
Yeah, so what had happened to me was on my pregnancy with my second son, very early on, because of cervical bleeding, it was discovered that I had a growth on my cervix, even though, my smear tests had all been fine, a few months earlier. And so what was happening is it was feeding off the hormones of pregnancy. And so it was likely that I had high grade cells, but nothing could be done while I was pregnant to risk the baby. He couldn't interfere with the cervix. Life is founded on the harmonious interplay of masculine and feminine forces within the individual human being as well as without, right? So within ourselves and in the culture. Bringing these opposites into union is one of the most important tasks of present day psychotherapy, right? So she's writing this. It was first published in the 1950s, but she wrote some of this, I think, in the 1930s, nearly 100 years ago. And so again, just to bring it back, that this union of the sovereignty goddess and the king is what births the well-being of the collective for our ancestors. But it always must start with us. It must start by looking inside ourselves, before the collective, to do this inner work ourselves. And I think the Grail, like if we can see the symbol of the Grail cup, the sovereignty goddess and king within us coming together, it's where we can birth something new. And how we do this, just to end here, like how I do this, is really through the mythic work with my ancestors, being deeply attuned to the mythic realm through the dream work, like I shared with Queen Maeve, and obviously working, with my body, because the body is the vessel, the vessel that holds all of this potentiality for us. So I'm going to end here with the slides.